If you're only trading time for money, you can only earn as much as you will charge for that hour, multiplied by the amount of hours that you have in your day, in your week, in your month, in your year, minus then the holidays, the sick days, the weekends, and your income is capped. If you switch to results-based pricing, you're going to focus on the value that your clients receive, not the time that you spend. Hey, I'm Lisa Hugo, and I am obsessed with helping other people find their voices so they can go out and take on the world, be seen as an authority, an expert, and grow their business by sharing that knowledge and expertise with others. Now, I studied performing arts, and I spent 20 years of my career traveling the world as a professional singer-songwriter. I teach you the secrets to speak up and be heard, overcome your fears, and then use these skills to build a business and a life that you love and that could change both your own life and the lives of others. This is your one-stop shop for all things that are going to help you to build a life on your terms. This is Impact Through Voice. Well, hey there, and welcome back to the Impact Through Voice podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Hugo, and today I'm recording this episode from a sunny Brisbane day here in Queensland, Australia. I've got this quaint little cozy Airbnb right next to the Brisbane River, and I don't know if you can hear it, but the birds outside are going absolutely crazy. We've got kookaburras, magpies, cockatoos. I'm going to say it's extremely peaceful, even though those birds are very loud. You might remember back in episode 31, that's actually just a little over a week ago. It feels like so much longer now that I'm in Australia. But I shared with you that I was struggling with overwhelm. I was trying to get a new program launched before I left for Australia. Well, I'm happy to say that I did manage to get that out in time, and I'm very excited to introduce this program to you. But today, I want to share a special story first that happened here in Australia just yesterday, and it might warm your heart as much as it did mine. It might even inspire you too. I have lived in Dubai for 17 years. I moved there back in 2007 with my husband and my 1-year-old daughter, Emma. Well, Emma is now 18, and her sister Joanna, who was born in Dubai, is now 16. And when the girls were just 3 and 1.5, we met a family who were also Australian, living close by, and they also had 2 girls the same age as Emma and Joanna. Their names are Jasmine and Emily. They all grew up together and were great friends, and Emma and Jasmine actually became real besties. But as life happens, Jasmine and Emily moved to Brisbane for boarding school about 1.5 years ago. Now, obviously, then they only get to see each other now once or twice a year when they come back to Dubai to visit their parents. Well, for about 12 months, Emma's had this wish to rock up on Jasmine's doorstep at the boarding school and surprise her. She talked it through with Jasmine's parents. I planned a trip that could include a stop over a weekend so the girls could really spend some quality time together, and we could put this plan into action. Now, last Friday, we flew from Dubai to Melbourne, because Melbourne is where my family's from, and we've even got a car there that we bought a while back so we would have it available for our visits. So after a weekend of catching up with some family, we set off on a road trip to Brisbane. First stop was Sydney. That was an 11-hour drive from Melbourne, but then we went up the coast further. We found this lovely little tranquil spot at Scott's Bay for a couple of days, and then on to Brisbane. And we arrived yesterday late afternoon. We had tickets to go to a talent show at the boarding school. Jasmine had absolutely no clue that we were coming. And there must have been about 1,000 people who were all there to go and see this show. So it was really hard to find the one person that you were looking for. But eventually, with the help of her sister, we were able to lure her out into the lobby. And that's where Emma was able to just walk up to her out of the blue and completely shock her. Well, as a mum who's seen these girls grow up together, this was such a special moment. Jasmine was shocked, she was confused, she was overjoyed, and she was very emotional. And it's exactly what Emma was wanting to achieve. They hugged tight, and honestly, it was just one of those moments that makes everything that you do so worthwhile. Well, these next few days, they get to hang out and make up for some of that lost time before their normality has to kick back in again on Monday morning. Now, why am I sharing this with you? It's because these moments remind me that time is precious. Time is our most valuable asset. We only get so much of it. And once that time is spent, you can never ever get it back again. So why do we find ourselves spending so much time doing the things that we don't enjoy, that don't light us up? I feel privileged that I have been able to build a life that allows me to travel and to enjoy these kind of incredible moments and experiences and places while the business continues to work for me even when I decide to take a little break. So, of course, yeah, I might have to sit down like I am right now and write an email, record a podcast, but I've created a business that allows me to do this from anywhere in the world and to work on my own terms. Now, I'm going to be honest, getting here wasn't easy. For most of my coaching career, my income was based around the hours that I spent with my clients. Now, if you're a coach, a consultant, or a trainer, I bet you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. When you're working in one-on-one coaching, if you take sick, if you take a break, if things slow down, your business slows down. When it's holiday season and people are away, your income takes a dive. And then you have to work like crazy during the busy months to try and make up for the months when business is slow. And you don't have any consistent revenue, and it's really hard and it's volatile. That's not fair, right? It just makes life very stressful. Well, I've been there, so I fully understand it, but I also have found a way out. So if you're tired of the ups and downs, then it's time for a change. And this podcast is really going to be for you. So if you feel stuck in the grind, you're not waking up excited for your day, really, it's time to reassess. Sometimes we need these reminders that pursuing our passions and our dreams, despite fears, is vital. So on today's podcast, I want to give you some insight into how you can put systems in place that will allow you more freedom, more reliability and consistency in your business and in your income, so you can stop grinding and take a moment to smell those flowers, listen to the birds, spend time with your loved ones, and live life on your terms. So I'm going to be sharing how you can automate your business so it works even when you don't, the importance of switching from hourly rates to results-based pricing, and why hiring a virtual assistant can save your business. So let's dive in. Point number one was how to automate your business for freedom. Why do we need to automate, and what does that even mean? Automation can change your life. It's what allows your business to run smoothly even when you're away. I mean, think about it. Your business handling the key tasks while you sleep or while you spend time with family, it sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not just a dream. It really is achievable. And there are many parts of your business that could easily be automated. And with the introduction of AI, it's getting even easier. If it's done well, it's not going to feel impersonal because it's still you creating the content and delivering it. And I can actually teach you how to do this. The entire process of getting clients can be automated to a specific point. Imagine this. Your potential customer sees a video of you on YouTube or on Facebook or Instagram. It grabs their attention right in the moment that they're searching for a solution to a problem. They then click that ad and they're invited to join a free training. They then opt in, giving you their email address, and they watch that training session or that webinar, whatever you want to call it. They like you. They like your approach, and they think, this could be the right person to support me to get me to my goals. So they take the next step and they schedule a call to speak with either you or a member of your team, and then they complete an application form which qualifies them even further, and that makes sure that they are a good fit for what you're offering before you even get on a phone call with them. All of this can be automated. This can be working for you when you're on holidays, when you're sick, when it's low season, when it's high season. It doesn't matter. People can be finding you all over the world and become interested to become a customer. And suddenly, a big chunk of the business is no longer something that you have to worry about. And this process includes email reminders, email follow-ups, email messaging that can all be automated right up until the point that they speak with either you or a member of your team. And by this point, they are already highly qualified and highly interested in your services and what you can do for them so that you don't waste time then speaking with time wasters. So if you want to know how you can implement this for your business, that's what my new program is going to teach you. And I'll share with you a little bit more about how you can learn more about that towards the end of this podcast. And I know you might be thinking, but Lisa, if all of this is automated, won't it feel impersonal? Well, I'm going to say yes and no. If it's not set up correctly, or if you're not speaking it in a natural, authentic way, then that might become the case. Your emails might fire at the wrong time to the wrong person. They might be AI generated without your voice. You might have the wrong messaging. But if you carefully orchestrate it and you know what you're doing, then trust me, no one will even know. Now, the next important point, number 2, that I want to share with you is to switch to results-based pricing. So what do I mean by that? Well, let me ask you a question. Are you charging your customers by the hour? For 1 hour of your time is worth a certain amount of money? Or are you charging them based on the end result that they're going to achieve? Well, trust me, I never really understood this concept until it was taught to me not that long ago. I always charge by the hour or for a package of hours, which is still an hour of my time. So it's not a surprise that most coaches think that way. Every day I get inquiries from people asking me, what's your hourly rate, Lisa? And then because you need the money and the business, you charge what you think people will be prepared to pay instead of what the result would be worth to them if they were able to do this one thing that you could teach them. So if you're only trading time for money, you can only earn as much as you will charge for that hour, multiplied by the amount of hours that you have in your day, in your week, in your month, in your year, minus then the holidays, the sick days, the weekends, and your income is capped. If you switch to results-based pricing, you're going to focus on the value that your clients receive, not the time that you spend. And this can definitely be more profitable and 100% less stressful. Think about it. Clients come to you because they want the results that you can deliver. That doesn't matter if you're teaching them to sing like Adele, teaching their dog to be obedient, getting a client to their fitness and weight loss goals, or teaching a new home investor how to set up their home to run as a profitable Airbnb. It really doesn't matter what you offer as long as it's a result for your client. So how can you implement a results-based pricing instead of hourly rates? The first thing I would say is to research other people in your industry to see what would be considered a fair investment in the result. Stop thinking about the rate per hour. Start thinking about what will it mean to the client in the end. Will it increase their income? Will it make them happier? Will it make their neighbors happier because their dog stops barking? Will it give them more opportunities? Put together a results-based program which focuses on the end goal for the customer in the easiest and fastest way. People get put off by lots of hours of work. When they see, oh my gosh, it's going to take so much time, then that puts them off getting to that goal. So don't focus on the amount of hours of coaching that they're going to have, but rather on how quickly they can get to those results. Use testimonials from others who have got results so that they can then be inspired and they can have confidence in you that you are the person to get them to their goals. And then, really important, don't overpromise or you're going to have disgruntled customers and you won't get those testimonials and your business will not thrive. Only work with clients who you really believe that you can help. And then don't take on anyone and everyone just because it's money in the bank. Really make sure that you're selective. Who is your ideal customer? And can you really get them those results? And do you want to work with them? Switching to results-based pricing not only stabilizes your income, but it also highlights the real value that you can bring to your clients. All right, my last point that I'm going to share with you today, point number 3, is to hire a virtual assistant. Now, I wish I had known this earlier. I've always been the kind of person who tries to do everything in the business, whether it's graphic design, marketing, content, website design, client outreach, customer service, and then I wonder why I'm feeling so overwhelmed. Well, if you're going to hire someone as a solopreneur, I can't recommend more that very first hire is a virtual assistant. And it doesn't have to be a full-time employee. You can find someone who is a freelancer and will work a certain amount of hours per week to help you out and free up your time for the things that you're good at. As your business grows, so do the tasks that can eat up your time. So a virtual assistant can really help you to handle the admin work, the customer support, and even some of your marketing tasks. I mean, my assistant Anna, she's absolutely amazing, and she handles a huge array of tasks, including getting this podcast out to you every week. She's been working with me for the past 4 years, and she is gold. So a virtual assistant is really going to give you more time and alleviate a huge amount of stress. And you can find a good VA on sites like Upwork or on Fiverr, on Facebook groups, and via word of mouth. And that's how I found Anna. I've got a ton of tips that I could share with you on how to make the most out of your VA and to optimize the learning process when they're doing things for the first time. I can't go into all of this on this podcast, but we can teach you this in our new program called Expert Launch. So guys, starting a business that frees up your time isn't a pipe dream. It can really be your new reality. Automate tasks, switch to results-based pricing, and bring in a virtual assistant. These changes can make a massive, massive difference. And if you're afraid to change, please don't let fear of change hold you back. Make the leap. The moments that you'll gain are so worth it, like these moments that I've been able to share with my daughters here in Australia. So if you're ready to transform your business and free up more time for the things that you love, I'm going to invite you to check out a new webinar on creating an automated and profitable coaching business from anywhere in the world. Just go and click the link that are in the show notes to this podcast and take that first step toward a life of memorable, happy moments while your income remains constant, as do your client results. Every step pushes you closer to a balanced life. So imagine waking up excited for the day ahead, balancing your time with loved ones without that nagging stress of things to do and work and clients and coaching. Being able to switch off and still know that your income is coming in. It is possible. All you need to do is go join that upcoming webinar and learn some practical, actionable steps to automate, scale, and grow your business while freeing up your time. Don't miss this opportunity to start living the life that you deserve. Go sign up and take that first step towards a more fulfilling and a more balanced life. Okay, my friends, I hope you found some value in this episode. Please stay tuned for next week's episode where I've got another incredible guest who is a speaker. He's an MC. He's even interviewed President Obama. So he's definitely got a lot of incredible, valuable insights to share with us. So stay tuned for that and make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss that episode. And also, if you haven't left us a review, please go leave us a review. It really does help us to reach more people and inspire us to put more incredible content together for you. All right, friends, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.
Thanks
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Impact Through Voice podcast. Now, if you've reached the end of this episode, then it means you're enjoying the podcast. So I have a quick favor to ask. If you haven't yet subscribed, please go and do it now and even leave us a review, because it really does help us so much to reach more people and impact more people. And I would be very, very grateful. Now, I love to read all of your comments about the show and what you're enjoying, what you would like to hear more of. So please take the time and go and do that now. When you do that, please take a screenshot and then tag me on Facebook or Instagram. That's Lisa Hugo Official. I'm going to be sure to share your post, and I'm also going to private DM you with a thank you. And it also means you won't miss an episode. And as a subscriber, then you're going to get access to more content that we don't even open up to everybody. So thanks again. And until next time, keep on working towards your goals and making a positive impact on the world with your voice.